Look around you, United States. In a land buzzing with constant noise and endless pursuits, where does genuine spiritual authority truly reside? You've seen the stages, heard the sermons, perhaps felt the pull of a message that promised much. But beneath the surface, a deeper question stirs in your spirit, a quiet ache for something authentic in a world saturated with performance and fleeting trends. You carry that question, don't you? That subtle unease when what you see doesn't quite align with what you feel in your soul. That longing for a leadership forged in fire, not merely warmed by popular opinion. This isn't about judging others. It's about discerning truth for your own walk. It's about understanding the profound distinction between serving man and being utterly consumed by a divine call. Tonight, we journey beyond the visible, beyond the applause, beyond the metrics that define success in human eyes. We will uncover a truth so profound, it will reshape your understanding of what it means to lead, to serve, to truly be called. A truth that whispers of a fire, not one that merely warms the comfortable, but one that purifies, consuming all that is not of God. This fire is the crucible. This fire is the standard. There is a measure, a divine plumb line that few acknowledge. It cuts through the noise. It exposes the superficial. It reveals the heart's true allegiance. You might think you know what genuine leadership looks like, what divine approval entails. But what if the very foundations of that understanding are about to be shaken, not to destroy, but to rebuild with an eternal perspective? This journey asks for your presence. It asks for your focus. It asks that you step away from the endless scroll for a moment and truly listen. Because what we discuss here has the power to transform not just your perception of others, but your own path forward. It's a call to clarity, a call to truth. This truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. It demands a response. It demands a posture of humility and courage. And it all hinges on one undeniable reality. Only God approves. You are here for a reason. You feel this stirring for a purpose. So, as a gesture of your conscious presence, of your willingness to engage with this profound truth, I ask you to type a short phrase in the comments right now. Let it be a simple declaration. Truth over comfort. This isn't just a comment. It's an act of intention, a moment where you anchor your spirit in this space, ready to receive. Stay with us, not for easy answers, not for magical promises, but for an unflinching look at clarity, at truth, at the very heart of divine expectation. We're not chasing fleeting trends. We are seeking an ancient fire. You deserve to know the difference. You deserve the unvarnished truth about what truly matters when it comes to a life consecrated. A leadership approved. Only God approves. This is a path of revelation, a path of deep understanding, and it begins now. You are being called to a deeper understanding, one that cuts through the superficial layers of what you've been taught, what you've seen, what you've perhaps even pursued. Consider this simple yet profound principle. True spiritual authority is never found in the grandiosity of human effort, but in the quiet, consuming fire of divine approval. It's not about the size of the stage, but the depth of the surrender. Think of those figures in history, the ones whose very names still echo with power and conviction. Men like Leonard Ravenhill, whose voice wasn't just heard, but felt. They didn't chase crowds. They were consumed by a singular, unyielding passion for God. Their impact wasn't measured by attendance records or media mentions. It was forged in the secret place, fueled by a fire that purified, consuming every trace of self-ambition. They stood in stark contrast to the comfortable, the convenient, the compliant. They understood a distinction that many today have lost, the profound difference between serving man's expectations and being utterly consumed by God's call. Look at the landscape around you, here in the United States. You see the towering structures, the charismatic speakers, the ministries that operate like corporations. You see the polished presentations, the carefully crafted messages designed for maximum appeal. But where is the fire? Where is the consuming passion that leaves nothing untouched, nothing unpurified? It's not the platform that grants approval. It's not the charisma that validates a call. It's not the number of followers that proves a shepherd's heart. It's not the financial success that seals a divine mission. It is the unseen fire, the refining flame that truly distinguishes. It is the depth of devotion, the willingness to be undone, that truly matters. It is the silent witness of a life wholly consecrated that truly speaks. Do you ever wonder what motivates the choices made in the highest pulpits? Do you question if the pursuit of influence has overshadowed the pursuit of holiness? Can you discern the difference between a message designed to entertain and one forged in the crucible of truth? Does the echo of applause drown out the quiet whisper of the Spirit? Are you, in your own life, seeking to please people or to honor the living God in every area? This journey we're on, it's about peeling back those layers. It's about discovering that the greatest impact, the most profound legacy, isn't built in the public square. It's cultivated in the hidden chambers of the heart. It's in the quiet surrender where you become who you are truly meant to be. This is a countercultural insight, a truth that runs against the very grain of our achievement-driven society. The true measure of a life consecrated, of a shepherd approved, isn't the size of the flock, but the depth of their devotion in that secret place. If this message resonates, if you feel this stirring in your spirit, then let others find it too. Stamp your agreement, your conscious embrace of this truth, by leaving a like on this video. It's not just a click, it's a shared responsibility, a quiet affirmation that this message needs to reach those who are also seeking the fire. Because in the end, when all the noise fades and all the temporary structures crumble, only one measure stands. Only God approves. And that approval, that sacred seal, is what we are truly after. And that approval, that sacred seal, is what we are truly after. But here is the countercultural truth, the insight that rearranges everything you thought you knew about influence and impact. What if we dared to believe that your greatest impact, the most profound legacy, isn't in what you build, not in the grand structures or the public platforms, but in who you become in the secret place? What if the true measure of a shepherd isn't the size of their flock, but the depth of their devotion, forged in quiet, consuming fire? This isn't just a theological concept, it's a lived reality. Imagine a small, unassuming room tucked away from the clamor of the city. No spotlights, no microphones, no audience beyond the one who truly sees. In that room, a heart lays itself bare, honest and vulnerable, asking for the fire. It's a place where compromise cannot hide, where ambition is stripped away, leaving only raw, unadulterated yearning for God. This is where true authority is forged. This is where the unseen battle is won. Think of the shepherd, not with thousands of sheep scattered across vast fields, but with a handful, each one known by name, each wound tended, each fear understood. His devotion isn't to the count, but to the care. His strength isn't in his reach, but in his intimate knowledge of each soul entrusted to him. This is the shepherd approved. This is the devotion that matters. You see the difference, don't you? It's not in the visible achievements that approval is found. It's not in the public accolades that true power resides. It's in the quiet resolve to burn away all that is not of God. It's in the unseen devotion that transforms your very being. It's in the secret place where you wrestle, where you surrender, where you truly become. Does your current path lead you to that secret place or away from it? Are you building a monument to yourself or a temple for His presence? Can you hear the whisper of the Spirit over the roar of human expectation? This is a profound shift in perspective. It demands a choice to prioritize the internal over the external, the eternal over the temporal, the fire over the fleeting. If this truth resonates deep within you, if you feel this call to a life consumed by divine fire, then I invite you to make a public declaration of this intimate decision. Type this phrase in the comments: fire over facade. Let it be more than just words. Let it be an act of commitment, a sealing of your resolve to seek the refining flame above all else. And as you commit to this path, perhaps a name or two comes to mind. Someone you know, someone you care for, who needs to hear this truth today. Don't share it for numbers. Share it out of genuine care, out of responsibility for a soul seeking the same fire. Send this message to that one person who needs to be reminded that only God approves. If you are ready to walk this journey with us, to pursue genuine holiness and a revival that begins with a whisper in the quiet chambers of the heart, then join the Upper Room Call. Subscribe to this channel. This isn't just about clicking a button. It's an affirmation of a shared journey, a covenant to walk together in the pursuit of a life truly submitted, a life where the fire consumes, a life where only God approves. We are about to tie all these threads together to show you the practical, simple steps you can take starting tomorrow to live this truth. Steps that lead to an unshakable peace, a deep well of spiritual power. Only God approves. We stand at a crossroads, you and I. Having journeyed through the noise, past the superficial and into the quiet chambers of the heart, you now see the landscape with new eyes. The synthesis of this truth isn't complex, it's profoundly simple. It's the understanding that the fire isn't merely a metaphor for passion, but a purifying force. It's the crucible where everything that is not of God is consumed, leaving behind only that which is eternal, that which truly matters. This fire burns not on a public altar, but in the hidden room, the secret place where you truly become. This is the truth that separates the fleeting from the foundational. This is the bedrock of a life where only God approves. An unshakable peace awaits you on this path, a deep well of spiritual power that flows not from outward effort, but from a life truly submitted. It's a peace that transcends circumstances, a power that doesn't strive, but simply is. You've glimpsed it, felt its pull, this whisper of authenticity in a world of echoes. But how do you step into this truth? Not just intellectually, but practically, starting tomorrow. How do you begin to cultivate that consuming fire in your own life, that devotion that truly counts? It begins by carving out a daily quiet space, a personal upper room. This isn't about finding an extra hour in an already packed schedule. It's about making a conscious choice to create a sanctuary within your day, a sacred pause. You don't need a physical room. You need a posture of the heart. This is where you lay your heart bare, honestly and vulnerably before God. No pretense, no performance, just you and the one who sees all. In this secret place, you invite Him to reveal any hidden compromise, any subtle allegiance to human approval that might still linger. Do you dare to be this honest? Are you willing to strip away the layers of what you think you should be, to discover who you truly are in His sight? This is where the fire begins its work. It's a process of purification, a gentle yet insistent burning away of everything that isn't essential. You might find it uncomfortable at first, this raw exposure, this quiet confrontation with yourself. But this vulnerability is your strength. This honest seeking is your path to genuine authority, not over others, but over your own spirit. It's a daily resolve, a conscious decision to choose the fire, to let it consume all that is not of Him. Next, you are called to examine your own motivations. This is a crucial, often overlooked step. Why do you do what you do? Are you seeking to please people, to gain their affirmation, their applause, their acceptance? Or is your deepest desire to honor the living God in every area of your life, in your work, your relationships, your quiet moments, even your unspoken thoughts? This isn't a judgment. It's an invitation to introspection. Where does your ultimate validation come from? Does the thought of human disapproval hold more weight than the whisper of divine affirmation? This internal audit is vital for cultivating a life where the fire burns clean and bright. You see, the two are inextricably linked, the quiet space and the honest motivation. One feeds the other. Without the quiet space, your motivations remain unchecked, easily swayed by the currents of external expectation. Without examining your motivations, your quiet space can become a ritual without transformation. This path, though challenging, offers a profound freedom. It frees you from the burden of performance, from the endless pursuit of external metrics. It anchors you in an approval that is unwavering, eternal, and true. It's a daily journey, not a destination reached once and for all. It's a continuous turning of your heart towards the one who truly sees, the one who truly knows, the one who truly matters. This is the essence of that consuming fire. This is the path to an unshakable peace. This is the journey of becoming. Only God approves, and that approval changes everything. And that approval changes everything. It reframes your entire existence, from the grandest aspirations to the most subtle decisions you make each day. But this journey of becoming, this path of purification, demands one final, uncompromising commitment to prioritize biblical truth and spirit-led discernment above all popular opinions or fleeting trends. Look around you. In a world awash with information, with endless voices clamoring for your attention, how do you discern true north? How do you distinguish between a passing fad and an eternal principle? This isn't just about what you believe. It's about what you build your life upon. It's about choosing a foundation that will not crack under pressure, one that will stand firm when the cultural currents shift and the winds of doctrine blow. Biblical truth is not a suggestion. It is the bedrock. It is the unwavering standard against which all other ideas must be measured. It is the lighthouse in a fog, the anchor in a storm. Are you willing to cling to it, even when it's unpopular, even when it costs you comfort or acceptance? But truth, in its raw form, can feel distant without the accompanying voice of the Spirit. This is where Spirit-led discernment becomes your most vital tool. It's the ability to hear beyond the noise, to perceive the subtle movements of God in your daily life, in the quiet spaces you've cultivated. It's the inner compass, calibrated by divine presence, guiding you through complexities where simple answers fail. Discernment isn't just about knowing what is right. It's about knowing how to walk in that rightness, with grace, with wisdom, with a heart attuned to God's rhythm. Are you cultivating that inner ear, that quiet sensitivity to His leading? Or are you allowing the roar of external voices to drown out His gentle whisper? This commitment to truth and discernment is not passive. It's an active, daily resolve to filter everything through the lens of His Word and His Spirit. It's choosing to build your life, your ministry, your relationships, not on what is convenient or applauded, but on what is eternally true. Without this, even the most sincere motivations can be subtly hijacked, slowly eroded by the relentless pressure to conform, to achieve, to please. You risk becoming a vessel filled with good intentions, but lacking the authentic fire, the purifying power that only comes from deep alignment with divine will. You risk building something impressive in human eyes, yet ultimately hollow in the sight of God. This is the deeper work of the fire. It consumes not just your ambitions, but your false ideas. It burns away the chaff of popular opinion, leaving only the pure grain of divine wisdom. It separates the fleeting from the foundational. It ensures that what remains, what truly endures, is that which has been tested and refined, that which is truly from Him. This is the path to an unshakable peace, a deep well of spiritual power that flows from a life truly submitted. It's a peace that isn't dependent on external circumstances, but on internal alignment. It's a power that doesn't strive, but simply is, because it's rooted in the one who is. This is the journey of becoming, moment by moment, choice by choice. As you step into this deeper commitment, as you embrace this fire that purifies, you begin to experience a freedom unlike any other. Freedom from the need to perform, from the fore of disapproval, from the endless chase for human validation. You find your rest, your purpose, your very identity in the unwavering gaze of the one who truly matters. This is the profound truth that sets you apart, that empowers you, that defines your legacy, not in the eyes of the world, but in the heart of the Father. This is where your strength resides, where your impact is forged. This is the life that stands. This is the life where only God approves. This profound truth, this unshakable reality that only God approves, isn't meant to be a distant ideal. It's an invitation to a daily journey, a path you can begin walking right now, right where you are. It's a resolve to live a life consumed by the fire, where His approval is your sole pursuit, your deepest reward. This is the synthesis of everything we've explored. The quiet place is where the fire burns, and the fire is what purifies you into the person He truly approves. So how do you step into this truth? Not just as a concept, but as the living pulse of your existence starting tomorrow. First, begin by carving out a daily quiet space, a personal upper room. This isn't about adding another task to your day. It's about establishing a sacred rhythm. It's a deliberate withdrawal from the noise, a sanctuary for your soul. In this hidden place, you can honestly lay your heart bare before God. No filters, no performance, just raw honesty. Ask Him genuinely to reveal any hidden compromise, any subtle allegiance to human expectation that might still linger in your heart. This is where the stripping away begins, where the fire finds its first fuel. This is where you whisper, "I choose the fire. Lord, let it consume me." Second, examine your own motivations. This is a courageous step, a deep dive into the why behind your actions. Are you seeking to please people, to gain their applause, their acceptance, their validation? Or is your deepest desire in every area of your life, your work, your relationships, your unspoken thoughts, to honor the living God? This isn't a one-time audit. It's a continuous posture of self-awareness. Let the fire illuminate those hidden corners, those subtle drives that pull you away from pure devotion. This discernment refines your purpose, aligning your will with His. Finally, commit to prioritizing biblical truth and spirit-led discernment above all popular opinions or fleeting trends. In a world of constant shifts and competing narratives, His word is your anchor. His Spirit is your compass. This means actively engaging with Scripture, allowing it to shape your mind and heart, even when it challenges your comfort. It means cultivating that inner ear, that quiet sensitivity to the Spirit's leading, so you can walk in wisdom, grace, and unwavering conviction. This commitment builds a foundation that cannot be shaken, a life that reflects His eternal truth, not the passing whims of culture. This isn't a path without challenge. No, It's a path that demands everything, yet it promises something far greater, an unshakable peace, a deep well of spiritual power that flows from a life truly submitted. It's a peace that transcends circumstances, a power that doesn't strive but simply is. It's a daily journey, a continuous turning of your heart towards the one who truly sees. You will walk this path with him day by day, Lord, until his glory fills this place and your own heart. This is the legacy you build. This is the life that truly lives. This is the truth that echoes through eternity. Only God approves. If this journey resonates, if you feel this call to a life consumed by divine fire, then let your resolve be known. As a declaration of your permanence on this path, your unwavering commitment to the consuming fire, type this phrase in the comments right now. Consumed by his fire. Let this be your vow, your public affirmation of an intimate decision. And if this message has stirred your spirit, if it has brought clarity and conviction, then help it reach others who are also seeking the fire. Stamp your agreement, your conscious embrace of this truth, by leaving a like on this video. It's not just a click, it's a shared responsibility, a quiet affirmation that this message needs to reach those who are also yearning for authenticity. If you are ready to walk this journey with us, to pursue genuine holiness and a revival that begins not with a roar, but with a whisper in the quiet chambers of the heart, then join the Upper Room Call. Subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications. This isn't merely subscribing. It's an affirmation of a shared journey, a covenant to walk together in the pursuit of a life truly submitted, a life where the fire consumes, a life where only God approves. Perhaps as you listen, a name or two comes to mind. Someone you know, someone you care for, who needs to hear this truth today, who needs to be reminded of the fire, of the secret place, of the one who truly sees. Don't share it for numbers. Share it out of genuine care, out of responsibility for a soul seeking the same profound truth. Send this message to that one person, or to 2 or 3, who need to understand that their greatest impact isn't in what they build, but in who they become. The image that remains, long after the screen fades, is not of a crowd, but of a single flickering flame, burning steadily, fiercely, in the darkness of a hidden room, a testament to a life where only God approves.